Hello guys, today we will talk about Atlas Purs, which is a small cap listed on the ASX. You should be really careful with this company because it's a penny stock and its market cap is really low. Then, what is Atlas Purs? Atlas Purs is a producer of white and silver South Sea pearls. They operate 8 farming sites across Indonesia. In 2025, they harvested more than 590,000 pears. And for your information, the selected species for pearling is Pinctada maxima. How does it work? In fact, we put a bunch of genetically selected males and females in tanks to encourage their production. After a while, we put the babies in hatcheries, another controlled environment, to maximize the survival rate and to support an healthy growth. 2 months later, we select by hand the most suitable shells for pearling, based on size, shape, color, and health. Only 20% of oysters will make it. We let them grow for 2 years, and 2 years later, at sexual maturity, they are seeded to begin the process of pearling. After that, we transport the oysters to farming sites to finish their growth. And 2 years later comes the last step, the decisive moment. Pinctada maxima harvesting the pearl. Only the oysters bearing the best pearls will be reseeded, and some of them will be kept to start the cycle again. How are they making money? After collecting the pearls, they are sold through different channels. Auction, the biggest one is probably Kobe in Japan. Private sales, direct to customers. Online portal, where they are sold to designers and manufacturers of jewelries. Finally, through retail, they sell themselves their own jewelries through farm showrooms and websites. These different channels allow them to maximize their sales. As we can see, their metrics are really good, with a ROIC of 31% or an operating cash flow margin of 33%. Another interesting thing is their price to book ratio, where we can see that it's 1.1, meaning that the current stock price is near the accounting value of the company. But what can explain their low valuation then? As you can see, it seems that the stock price declined a lot in the past, and it's only in recent years that the stock price seems to come back from the dead. Of course, their revenues and profit margins are closely tied to the quality and size of the earth. And as we can see here, it has constantly declined over time, and we don't have these metrics for 2024 and 2025. This metric has been replaced by quality medium for 2025, and in my opinion, it's not a good sign. But as we said earlier, they take part in auction in Kobe, and there they receive a grade for the purse they are selling. And as we can see, it seems that starting from 2024, the quality or at least the score that they get at this event increased over time. And for your information, for the year 2025, they got 21, with an outlier with their participation in April, where they got a score of 32. Another positive sign is that the price that they get for their low-graded pairs has increased over time at this event, meaning that the competition is also struggling to produce high-graded pairs. But what can explain that the quality of their pairs has increased? In fact, 2 years ago, they started a new program where they have sampled and sequenced more than 4,000 oysters to analyze genetic traits which can enhance purse quality, size, and the survival rate of oysters. In my opinion, data-driven decisions work. As a comparison, I followed another company named Salmar, which also implement a strategy based on data to improve the salmon production with really good results. In terms of risk and uncertainties, the biggest, in my opinion, is their environmental exposure. Indeed, they are operating in Indonesia only, and as a reminder, it takes up to 4 years to harvest the pearls. We are then subject to climatic conditions. Moreover, as we said earlier, the average size and quality of their pearls has decreased over time, probably due to pollution, climatic changes, and other environmental factors. In terms of outlook, I would like to talk about the new shoal in Sumba, where they have currently more than 30,000 oysters in their production cycle, and they plan to quickly grow to 50,000 and 100,000 if the results are promising. Otherwise, the capital will be reallocated to other farming sites. Considering their impressive financial metrics and their focus on improving purse quality and oyster survival rate through data-driven decisions, but taking into account their geographic and environmental exposures, can Atlas Purse be the hidden gem of the ASX? Only time will tell.